All right, perfect. Good morning. So we're gonna start in our mountain pose per usual. And uh, let's get engaged in our feet here. So we're gonna lift up the toes and lower. No, you can't even see my toes, but just know that they're lifting and lowering. And then we're gonna come up onto the balls of the feet and we're going to kind of circle here with a little bit of pressure. So you're actually kind of moving the pressure around on the balls of the feet and also circling the ankles at the same time. And then switch directions. So some people, some theories are that we have kind of Marmani points or like acupressure points in our feet that represent other parts of the body. So by stimulating all parts of the balls of the feet, then you might be stimulating other parts of the body or increasing flow in those spots. And if nothing else, it kind of feels good. So, you know, um, and then we'll take the one foot here and we're going to place the other foot over top so that you're kind of massaging the arch of the foot with the top of the other foot. So like my left foot is on top, so I'm kind of massaging the arch of my foot with the top of my right foot. I just realized how shockingly dry my feet are. Okay, and then we'll switch sides. I think it's definitely the time of year where you're out in, maybe questionable footwear or barefoot. And, we're on our feet probably a lot more. So we got to send some love to our feet. Okay. And then you can come up onto the heels so that the toes are lifted. And then we'll just kind of circle, go side to side. I'm rubbing the heel on the floor here. And you can circle or whatever. Very scientific. You can circle or whatever. And then we'll come back to our mountain pose. So maybe you notice a little bit of stimulation in the feet. Mine feel kind of a little bit more alive, less just this thing I'm standing on. Back in our mountain pose, we sit up tall. You can kind of shift your weight side to side, kind of noticing your seat bones. You can rock forward and back. And then we're going to sit up tall with the core slightly engaged. So it's kind of toning the belly. The shoulders back, maybe slightly towards each other, the shoulder blades. And then the chin is just kind of lightly tucked in so that the back of the neck remains long. And the crown of the head is the highest point. So imagine the book on top of the head here, we're balancing. So I literally sit like this, only in chair yoga. And then I wonder why my back is so sore when I'm slouching around everywhere else. Take a moment to maybe think of an affirmation or an intention for class, or even dedicate this class to someone or someones that are in need or could use it. I like to even just think about sending love out into the world. We're going to start and do some seated cat and cow. So we're bringing the chin towards the chest, rounding the back. I like to bring my hands to my knees for some traction. Even come up onto the balls of the feet. For some reason, that just feels good. Then coming up tall, bring your pelvis forward, tilt your pelvis forward, bringing the shoulder blades towards each other, giving them a little squeeze there. Bring the chin up as high as is comfortable without crunching the back of the neck. And then exhaling and rounding. So move at your own pace. We'll do a few of these. It's kind of funny how much effort it takes to have proper body mechanics, I guess, especially if you've been adapting or kind of perpetuating some bad posture or less than ideal posture. The body has this amazing way of trying to find the easiest way out, conserving energy and doing as little as possible. We'll come back up to our mountain pose here. We'll bring our right hand to our right shoulder and we're going to start to circle the elbow, circle the shoulder, and go nice and slow. And sometimes it's interesting to kind of press in here on the shoulder. I like to feel things move sometimes. I think it's interesting to feel different bones or muscles sliding around. You can start to make your circle bigger or smaller. Now using the core, we're going to start to twist open towards the right. So our chest starts to open to the right side of the room. And now we'll open as far to the right as we can comfortably without pulling ourselves around. We're just going to hold ourselves open here to the right. And take full breaths. And then we'll untwist. Place our right hand down in our lap. Notice the sensations in the right shoulder. Bring our left hand to the left shoulder. We'll start to circle here. We start to open up towards the left now. And then we'll open up and hold, taking full breaths here. And then come back to center. Lower the hand. Notice how you feel. And take just a couple shoulder rolls to the back to kind of ease some tension we may have created in the upper back neck area. Okay, we're going to hold our arms out in front, and without bending the elbows, we're going to draw our hands back towards our body. So that looks like that. So you're pulling your shoulder blades towards each other. So you're opening, your shoulder blades protract. They come to the outside edges of the body and then retract. They're coming in towards each other. So you can even do this kind of exercise on the floor in a plank position or in hands and knees. It's like a scapular push-up. And those muscles between the scapulae, anyway, between there, those are important muscles. Squeeze and then lower the arms. Shake them out. Some shoulder rolls. Feel like dancing a little bit. All right. So we're going to sit to the edge of our chair and we're going to start to slowly lean back. So I like to use my hands on my core just to feel it engaged, and we're keeping our back straight. So we're not rounding coming back, not like that scapular push-up, but we're staying very straight and we start to lean back. Woo. I need a new chair, and then start to come back up. We're gonna do a few of those, okay? So let's do 5 more. So you're gonna exhale, come down, inhale, come up, exhale back, inhale forward, and 3 more. Last one. And then shake the arms out if you had them out in front. Okay, same thing. So we're right at the edge of our chair. I'm turning sideways, so it's easier to see. You're leaning back. Maybe you start to pick up one knee, then the other. And even this, you can probably feel this in your core. Definitely some work here. And try to pick up both. Woo! My chair, like I said, it's hard. Doesn't really want to do that stuff with me. You pick them up. Maybe you can hold them up. So I'm going to use the wall here to cheat. But if your chair is, I love the feet flying in the air. That's awesome. Hey! And then lower back down. Woo, good job. Got some chair issues here. So we're gonna take the legs wide, knees wide, feet wide, kind of our goddess position here. Now, if you want to move this to a standing position, you can. So you would be up off the chair. Totally up to you. If you want to go hard today, then you stand up. So either way, arms are out in goddess arms. And we're going to take the right elbow towards the right knee. And back to center. Left elbow, left knee. And center. We're going to do 2 more on each side. Right elbow, right knee. And center. Left elbow, left knee. And center. 1 more each side. If you're lifted, you're probably really feeling this in your quads already. And then lower all the way down. If you're up, come on down. You can tap the feet. And then we're going to go wide 1 more time. Okay, so we're going to take our right hand and reach towards the right foot. And come up. Let's do that same side, right side. We'll do that 4 more times. And you can actually imagine that you're picking up something very heavy and you're using your obliques to help pick the thing up, using your core. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we'll do the other side. Go to the left. We're going to do it 5 times total. Reach down and up. Reach down and up. 3 more. And last one. Good, and then you come back to center. Now, if you have a block or a book, something that you can grab onto, maybe a cushion, water bottle, something you can really squeeze your hands into. There. Yep, perfect. That's a really pretty cushion, Carol. All right. Reaching it out in front here, we're going to squeeze it together with our hand. Squeeze and then release. So not release to drop it, but release to give your hands a break. So, and then we're going to squeeze again with our hands and release or relax. And we're going to do it 2 more times. Squeeze with your hands and then release. And 1 more time, squeeze and release. So we're going to place the object in our lap here. Depending on the shape of your object, you might need to hold it, or maybe you can press your hands into it, depending on what it is. But I want you to imagine that it's very heavy, and we're going to lift it from our lap towards our chest for bicep curls. So you're going to imagine it being very heavy. You're lifting it slowly and lowering it slowly, keeping your elbows in at your side if you can. Keeping our back engaged, so we're not slouching, not arching. And let's do 2 more. And 1 more. And then release. We can set it to the side. We can reach for the back of our chair, and we're going to roll the shoulders open. So you can interlace the fingers behind your back, or you can reach for the back of the chair, and we're rolling the shoulders open. So I'm going to come up closer here. So the shoulders opening are opening to the back here and not coming forward, so that the head of the arm bone here isn't coming forward, it's going back. So you guys look, yeah, you guys look great. But I think that's something, sometimes people are so tight in the shoulder that they, it actually doesn't open here. It just kind of falls forward and the arms come back. So there is a difference. So we just focus on getting it back. Even if your hands can't touch each other, or you can't grab the back of the chair. We'll bring both knuckles over to the right if you can, or as far over to the right as you can. And we'll tilt our head to the right. So your head and your hands are on the same side of your body. Now another option here is to dip the chin towards the chest and roll it back towards the shoulder. It's starting to heat up here in the she shed. Either that or it was the ab work. Bring our knuckles to the left. Tilt your head to the left. And then again, you can rock the head down towards the the chin towards the chest and then back towards the shoulder. I've been watching a lot of shows lately that have a lot of Spanish in them lately. And like, literally my first thought when I woke up this morning and looked at the weather report was fuego. I was like, huh, that's funny. I guess I have been watching a lot of Spanish. Shake the arms out. Take some shoulder rolls to the back. And we're going to do our rocking to stand. And again, if you have your object, if you wanted to use that as kind of a cantilever type of object out in front, you can do that. It also kind of makes it a little bit harder, doesn't it? And I look like, my legs look like a baby deer here all of a sudden, like they're just knees and feet pointing in every direction. At least the image in the Zoom camera here makes it look like that. And I don't know if it's distance or what. And we'll do one more and come all the way up. Good. I don't know, this block probably weighs like ounces. It probably doesn't even weigh a pound. And that just made it feel so much harder. Okay, we're gonna come around behind the chair. I'm gonna go sideways just so maybe you can see me better, what we're doing. We'll do a couple flows here. When we're moving from our legs from standing to back or back to front, imagine that you are like hugging your knee in towards your chest. In a lot of core engagement. So if we're doing down dog and we're stepping the leg forward. So I'm going to just step my left leg forward just to show you. I'm going to hug that left knee in towards my chest as much as I can. I can round through the upper back a little bit to make some room and then step it forward. So we're doing a big step forward, a lot of core engagement. Let's just work a little bit more on the core today. So standing in our mountain pose, our feet are flat on the floor, and we're pulling our mat or our floor to the left and to the right. So our legs are very engaged. We got that belt buckle we're lifting here, and the shoulder blades are back or like towards each other. So we're going to inhale the arms up, and we're going to take a side bend to the left, so you can use your left hand to support you. And it's like we're reaching up and over. We're not crunching on the side. It's more of a lifting on the right side than a collapsing on the left. Come back to center. Reach over to the right. So you're reaching up and out of that hip, that left hip. Come back to center. Inhale right here. Exhale, place the hands on the back of the chair, step back into your downward facing dog. We're going to inhale, look at the chair. And on the exhale, we're going to bring that right knee in towards the chest, round through the upper back, step that right foot as far forward as you can. Now, doing anything slowly kind of increases the difficulty. So if you can slow it down, then, you know, if you want it to be more difficult, you can slow it down. If you need to just kind of swing it forward and place it, that's great too, but it's just not going to engage as much or be as kind of like a weightlifting activity. So find your balance. And we're going to inhale the arms up. So one or both arms, you can use the wall, the chair for balance if you need to. Definitely safety over whatever I direct you to do. We'll inhale again here. Exhale, place the hands, and we're stepping that right foot back. Bring it in towards the chest first, and set it down next to the left foot. Take a couple breaths here. Inhale, look at the chair. Exhale, hug the left knee in towards the chest, round through the back if you need to, and step it as far forward as you can. Inhale, one or both arms up. On your next inhale, we lengthen just a little bit more. And on the exhale, we place the hands, bring that left knee in towards the chest, come back into your downward facing dog. Now, I haven't done this in class with you guys ever. This is totally an option. So first you can step forward as you normally do, or if you want to take a little hop to the front by your chair. Not required, just a little extra little activity, a little fun. Okay, inhale the arms up. In your mountain pose here, exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Okay, so inhale, arms up. We're gonna do that again. Exhale, side bend to the left. Right side of the body is super long. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the right. Left side super long. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, place the hands down. Now, some people could probably jump back. I don't think I could do that. I think I'd probably hit my face on the chair or something. So just step back. If you want to do some hopping, you can definitely do that, but I don't necessarily recommend it. You're here in your down dog. Okay, we're gonna inhale, look at the chair. Exhale, bring that right knee in towards the chest and step it as far forward as you can. Left leg is engaged, right knee is bent. And here's my kitty cat. Inhale the arms up. So we're gonna stay here for a couple breaths. Woo! Yeah, I fall over because my cat's rubbing up against me. That's fun. Inhale here, lengthen up nice and tall. Exhale, place the hands. We're stepping that right knee in towards the chest, over the cat, and onto the floor. Back into the downward facing dog. Now your knees can be super bent here. It really doesn't need to be a straight-legged thing, but as you start to warm up, and if it's hot out, maybe you can start to straighten the legs a little bit, but be careful because it is hot. You can probably stretch a little bit more than you could when it was cold out. So I'm gonna inhale, look at the chair. Exhale, step the left leg in towards the chest, up and over as high as you can, and as far forward as you can. We'll inhale the arms up. Take a couple breaths here. Right leg is very strong, left knee is bent. And I just noticed myself looking down. You want to look straight ahead, kind of like a power stance, like I'm here, this is me. Not all weeping willow like I was just doing here. So we're going to place the hands on the back of the chair, step that left foot back to meet the right, over the cat again. Taking a couple breaths here in our down dog. Now that my cat has moved, oh, now he's back in the way. We're gonna bend the knees, and if you want to jump forward, go ahead. If not, step forward. Come back to stand. Yeah. Inhale the arms up. And exhale, bring them to the heart. Super. All right, we're gonna move into our tree pose here, our balance pose. Another option here is it's not tree pose necessarily, but to shift your weight to the right foot And if you want to, when you bring your knee out to the side, maybe you hold the knee. So the foot is away from the foot is away from your other leg. So it's out here. Some people can grab the toe and start to stretch it out. That's not me. So if that's you, go for it. If it's not you, take whatever variation you want. This is just a little bit harder balance-wise. You can bring your right hand out to the right or hold on to your chair. Take a big inhale here. And then exhale, bring the knee forward and down. And march it out. I'm feeling a bit like I've jumped in the pool with my clothes on right now. That's how fast it's gotten warm here. I'm not complaining. I'm just stating a fact. Okay, so I move my chair to the left. You don't have to, so I just want it out of my way for when I bring my right knee out to the right. So I can bring it up. You can hold on to the knee or the toe or wherever you can grab. The left hand can float if that works for you. Take a breath or two here. And then we'll slowly lower down. Good. March it out. Right, kitty, kitty? Right, monkey cat? Okay, coming back to our chair. We can come around the front of it. And we did a lot with the quads already, but you know, you can sit, squeeze your glutes. You can take a different variation. We've already done goddess. If you want to do chair pose, you can do that. Legs together or 2 fist distance apart. And take your variation. The core is engaged, and it's like if you're in chair, if you're going to do chair, it's like you're going to sit down into the chair. So whatever kind of variation that you want. We'll take a few breaths here. Maybe think of something that we're grateful for. If you can go a little bit deeper. Core is engaged. It's almost like you're still trying to have your pelvis neutral. So you're kind of tucking that belly in. And then all the way down to the chair. Okay, good. I'm going to extend the left leg and point and flex. My cat looks like he's going to attack me. He just did. Sorry for screaming in your ear, but he like his tail started whipping and he meowed and then he right on me. Okay. And I'm bleeding, the little turkey head. My goodness. Anyway. Never a dull moment. If it's not a dog or a chicken trying to lay an egg in here, it's a cat attacking me. Bottom of the foot towards the midline and away. Apparently he's offended by this exercise. And this time we're going to do it a little bit differently here. We're going to bring the leg out to the left and then bring it back in. Let's do that 2 more times. Bring it out to the left. Hopefully you have room on your chair here and then back in. And we'll lower down. Okay, we're going to hug the knee in towards the chest. Give it a squeeze here. We can roll the ankle or take some ankle rolls. And then we're going to extend, flex the foot, and I'm just leaning back. You want to lean, not lean forward necessarily, but stay upright. And we'll lower that left heel down, bring the hands to the right thigh and hinge forward. Apparently it's too hot for yoga, according to the cat. We'll come up, and then we're going to bring the knee or the ankle up over the right knee. So left ankle over right knee, or ankle to ankle, or left ankle to a prop. I got this ottoman at Joann Fabrics a couple years ago, and it's like perfect, like meditation cushion / prop. It looks like it's crocheted clothesline around it. It's really kind of strange, but we're letting the left knee come out to the left. So this is my more open side, and after talking to Barbara about, you know, kind of maybe backing off a little bit on your more flexible side to even out things. So not going to your edge necessarily on your most flexible side, especially when your left and right are very different, like mine are. And then we'll uncross there, or take your foot off the prop, and we're going to cross at the knee. So my left knee is over the right, or again, ankle to ankle, and we're going to twist to the right. So I am holding onto the back of my chair, but only gently. I'm not trying to crank myself around. Untwist and twist to the left. And come back to center and uncross. Extend the right leg, point and flex. Bottom of the foot towards the midline and then away. Oh, that cat's back. And then bring the right leg out to the right and back in. No, I'm not talking to you. Get out of here. No. Oh. So one more time, out to the right and back in. We'll hug the right knee in now towards the chest and take some ankle rolls, sitting up tall. Being all apologetic now. And then switch directions. We're going to extend the right leg, flex the right foot, lower the right heel down, and then place the hands on the left thigh. And you're hinging forward just to the point where that you can feel a bit of tension maybe in the back of the leg. We'll hug that right knee in, place the right ankle over the left knee, or ankle to ankle, or somewhere in between. This is my much tighter side. So here I am going to flex my foot and hinge forward slightly. This is going to, the flexing of the feet when your knees are bent and out like this is kind of, in order to kind of stop you from like sickling the ankle. So which means like the outside of the ankle is rounded. You know, your foot is up, your ankle is down. that can create joint instability. So we want to keep our feet flexed in stuff like this, especially if your ankle gets rounded. And then we'll come up. We can cross at the knee or ankle, and we're going to twist to the right. Untwist, twist to the left. And then untwist, uncross the legs. And we'll work a little bit with our wrists again. So the fists are out in front, or you can have the hands open, and we're pulling the backs of the hands towards our face. And then have our hands down. Bring our thumbs towards each other. Yep. And then the pinkies wide. Up again. So we look at the back of our hands, admiring our manicure or lack thereof. And then looking at the palms, facing in towards the body, thumbs in towards each other, and then pinkies out. Good. And shake it. I was just thinking that song is like, shake it like a Polaroid picture. Anyway, all right, sorry. I'm having heat stroke, save me. All right, interlace the fingers and figure eight the wrists. So if you can get your forearms together, it kind of adds a little extra shoulder engagement, I think. And then switch directions if you can. And again, shake them out. I'm going to move a little forward here. We'll work on the hands. So we're going to tap the pinky finger side of the hands. Then the heels of the hands. We put in hay yesterday, and we had only two loads while I was there. And I have winter hands still, no, not summer hands. So I got a blister in the first load, and then the second load popped it. So it's a little ouchy. So the bottoms of the thumbs. Too bad there isn't a yoga exercise for that. Just gloves next time. Okay, the palm out flat, and then punching. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. And switch. And then the backs of the hands. And itch your neck. And switch. And then interlace. Oh, so far so good. Nothing actually hits the blister. Hold and switch. Oh, that did it. Somebody said yesterday, oh, it's the fun part of owning horses. And I'm like, yeah. We always have to put hay on the hottest days too. It never fails. Like, although there was one time where we had a really, really late, I think it was second or third cut. It was we got a lot of hay in that year. We did some hay in October, and that was nice. That was pretty nice. The hay wasn't great, but the circumstances for putting it in was nice. The webbing between the thumb and the forefinger. I just saw 3 sets of tandem bicycles go by. And switch. Ooh, 2 more sets of tandem bicycles. Side by side, and one's pointing in one direction and the other one's pointing back at the other direction. Hopefully they find their way. We're gonna take our hands and we're gonna place them on body parts that is challenging to us. Wherever that may be. I actually feel kind of good, except for that bloody ankle I have now, but I don't really want to put my hands on that right now. So we're sending love, energy, good vibes, you know, whatever you want to imagine it, or just awareness to those spots. Sometimes a challenging person or body part just wants to be seen or recognized. I think if my mom went by and honked. But we're going to slowly take our hands up about those parts, and we're going to do a little bit of pranayama. And this is a very appropriate pranayama for this kind of weather. So it's called Shitali, or there's other pronunciations that sound kind of questionable. So we're going to go with that one. It's a cooling breath. So we're going to inhale through an open mouth, kind of. So if you can curl your tongue like that, you can do it that way. If you are not a tongue curler, you can just do like they call it like a sparrow. It's a little circle like that. So you're going to inhale through that open mouth. So you're drawing in air over your tongue, basically. And then the exhale through the nose. So it's supposed to be cooling. Also kind of dries my mouth out a little bit, but you know, think cooling thoughts. So you'll just breathe normal here for a moment. Take a big inhale through the nose and exhale. And then start with the curled tongue or the open mouth slightly. You press the top of your tongue into the roof of your mouth and exhale through the nose. Inhale, open mouth. Place the tongue at the top of the mouth and exhale through the nose. We're going to do a few on our own here. You get too anxious by any of this, just come back to your normal breath. We'll do 2 more rounds. And after your 2 rounds, come back to your natural breath. Check in and see if you notice any shifts or changes. And while we're here with our eyes closed, maybe call your intention or affirmation or dedication into your mind again. And then we'll place our hands on our heart or over our heart and thank ourselves for practicing together this morning. May we all feel loved, grateful, and connected. And may we all have the strength and courage to overcome any obstacles before us. From my heart to your heart, peace and namaste. Thank you, ladies.